12 years ago.
Penton, could you help me?
Of course, Mother.
It seems this darn root is pushing up against the fence. Could you pull it out for me?
Mother, I'm not strong enough to do that.
Oh, no? Try really hard.
Okay. Oh, how did I do that?
You are very special, Penton. You will do great things, far more than removing a simple root.
Well, how do you know? I mean, I hope so.
Oh, silly. You take after me, of course.
Chafing Armor Podcast, episode 169. Back to your root. Welcome back to the Chafing Armor Podcast. I'm your host and lovable Dungeon Master, Michael Corley, and with me tonight, not playing Penton's mom, is Riley. Riley, tell us who you will be playing.
Hi, I'm Riley, and I'm playing Athora Greyfield, a tiefling fighter.
And playing a slightly older Penton is James. James, tell everyone about this wonderful Penton.
Hello, everyone. My name is James, and I'm playing Penton Chalice, a spell scale sorcerer. Say that 5 times fast. And everyone knows that Penton's mom has got it going on.
Yes. I can see the music being written now.
Penton's mom has got it going on.
Morezi at karaoke night at E.
I would pay to see that.
I hope by the time this comes out that we have in some way published the Yi Chicken story that Lee wrote, because it is fantastic. I love the origin story that you created, Lee. But if not, y'all will see it eventually.
I'll discuss at some point who will play who, so we can get a recording of it done.
Perfect. And also with us tonight is Izzy. Izzy, tell everyone who you'll be playing.
Hello, everybody. My name is Izzy Corley, and I am playing Morezi Mugraw, half-orc barbarian, lover of lizards and lizard-adjacent women and men, probably. Just hasn't come up.
Probably.
Just not as much as Penton's mom.
I mean, everyone has a crush on Penton's mom. It's just a requirement. And also with us tonight is Dare. Dare, tell us who you will be playing.
Howdy, y'all. I am Dare, and I am playing Tix Birchmanson. Once a cleric, now a paladin.
Yes, indeed. The circle is complete. Did I miss you, Riley?
Nope.
Okay, good. I feel like I missed someone. Nope.
Hello?
Yes. Lee.
Me? Hello?
Oh, there we go. I knew I'd forgotten. See, and that's why I tried to, because you always said I did you last, so I tried to put you earlier, but I finally forgot. Okay. And also with us tonight is Lee. Lee, tell us who you will be playing.
G'day, everybody. My name is Lee, and I will be playing Corvus Dragonchoked, who does have a crush on Penton's mother because she awakened some things in him.
Literally.
Gross.
I mean, there's a reason he chose the name Dragonchoked. I'm just saying.
Gross.
Morezi and Corvus have a lot to talk about.
I want to go home now.
Excuse me while I update the meta tags on this episode.
Wow.
Yeah. When we last left our players, they had made their way into the Cracklithid's temple, where not only did they defeat a half-barnacle golem who was holding the Staff of Seraphim, but then defeated the actual demi-lich that came out of the staff, who had been guarding it at the cost of Taka's arm, their silver arm. But y'all managed to defeat Cackle, leaving the second half of the Staff of Seraphim to slide across the floor at a random place where the DM rolled a 1, and the 1 means that a completely covered, barnacled golem has picked it up and is staring at all of y'all.
How far away is it?
It is about 20 feet away. Because it slid across the floor, but it didn't, go 100 feet.
Tix runs up and immediately buries Destiny Seeker in its chest.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Okay. That is a 19.
You successfully strike, and you send this creature clattering to the ground.
Okay.
And the staff is not released from its hand, but it does not do anything.
Okay. Second attack. He is going to try and chop the arm off.
Okay.
And that is a 21.
That is successful. And with a resounding chop, and you hear Destiny Seek in your head going, yes, this is correct, this is right. You bring down Destiny Seeker with this is the sort of thing that an axe does especially well, is chopping off an arm. The arm just comes right off, but it's not nearly as pretty as Taka's. It is a gross barnacle arm. You cut it off just above the elbow. And at that moment, finally, the hand opens and the staff lightly clatters to the ground.
And so Tix then quickly sweeps with his boot the staff of Seraphim back towards Penton and yells, "Wrap it up!"
Rower.
Yeah, Penton cannot actually talk in his dragon form. He can just say,
He can. I'm I got nothing to put it in unless you want me to be naked.
Let's go back to our roots. Get Penton naked. It's an important callback.
Corvus goes out. Mimi!
And then Mimi became the ruler of the planet.
She is a bag.
you do not know what would happen if you put the staff inside of Mimi, because
no better time than now to find out.
So I'm just warning y'all.
No. Somebody's got to have a bag or a cloak or something they could wrap this thing in.
Why not?
All right, fine. And Penton takes off his robe and he's naked and he just wraps.
Wow, you guys just fell
Are you
for
naked?
the DM giving us a giant warning flag that means nothing.
Yep. I'm updating. I didn't say that something would happen. I'm just saying that Mimi is, in
you're
some
messing with
senses, a
us.
living creature.
We understand. You're messing with us.
That's exactly right. It's my job as a dungeon master.
Literally, just do not want to see Penton naked.
Yep.
Too late.
There's this literally is the moment where
Why did I not cast darkness on Penton?
where Gandalf the White is revealed and just like the light just
Oh yeah, the light's still glowing
yep.
from everywhere.
You can edit this out if you want to, but the important question is, in his Dragonborn form, does Penton have a cloaca?
Look, this is the only thing that matters now.
I would say yes or no if I knew what that was.
Going forward, 90% of all of the Chafing Armor Wikipedia is dedicated to this subject. Yes, lizards and other similar creatures have one-stop shop holes.
DeviantArt is going to go crazy.
Yeah. We will, and that answer will not be answered on here. It's one of those wonderful mysteries that y'all will just have to wonder.
Ooh, we should have
Patreon exclusive, guys.
Yeah, we should do a Patreon exclusive Q&A from the characters.
There you go. This will be the.
This is where we find out that even in his human form, Penton has a cloaca.
Well, this is where like all the hands in the room go up, and you go. Any questions not about Penton's cloaca? And then the hands go back down. You know.
Updated answer: no, he does not. Period. Canon.
Period.
I said
Canon.
it is canon.
It is canon because you said it.
He does not have one.
Yes. Okay. Let's bring it back. I also would like you, Penton, to roll for me and just let me know.
Oh, I hope I get a 1.
No, you don't.
Accidental touches? No, I don't want that. Oh, no, I got a 4.
That's still low, but no. This is just like... It actually... I really should have made you roll a percentage die, because a 1 in 20 isn't that unlikely. And you're being more careful than that. But nevertheless...
I rolled 100.
You see. Oh, well, then you die. Yes.
Yay!
But no, you successfully wrap it up in your robe, which is nice and thick, so that you're able to get it all nice and wrapped up. And
that's not all. It's nice and thick. Ding.
Welcome to episode 169, everybody.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my God, it is, isn't it? Oh
Yep.
my God.
There's a reason I said nice at the beginning. Corvus takes off his normal cloak, the one that's not the Cloak of Stars, and hands it to Penton with his eyes closed. Please, just put this on.
He puts on the cloak.
Thank you.
He's still, naked in front.
Wear the cloak properly.
You had the opportunity to
wrap it around your waist.
Trying to wrap up staff.
I don't care if your
Too
top
late,
is
buddy.
uncovered. Cover up that bottom half. Kids are listening.
It's already wrapped up. I'm not going to chance touching the thing, so I'm just going as is.
Yep. I mean, why take that chance? You hear there are some things in the world that are universal, like the love of a mother, or the smile of a child after a nice refreshing swim, and one of them is the slow clap from a villain. As out of the darkness, Tridazis walks towards you. And he is of normal height. He does have his crazy big collar on, his mind flayer full regalia. As this mind flayer slowly claps and walks towards y'all and says, "Well done." And you hear it in your minds because it is not an attack. So you can hear him mentally projecting into your minds. By the way, y'all still don't know definitively that, unless he communicated it? I don't believe so. Felzik?
I don't think so.
So anyway, y'all don't actually know that he protects you from that. But you are protected from that as long as Felzik is near you. So he is slowly walking towards you.
Can we get a reaction to that?
What do you mean?
Can I get some sort of response to his, walking up and slow clapping, since he's being all pompous?
Oh yeah. Oh no, you can do something. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna a lightning breath
All right.
immediately.
All right.
I'm not messing. No, not that again. I don't think that.
It's a nice slow walk.
Oh, it's not till. 12 points, and if he has any leftover barnacle friends nearby, at this point, the lightning will jump to them and zap them too.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and
in case.
Yeah, it immediately cooks two of them next to it.
Okay.
It strikes him full on, by the way, just. And you also because he has appeared to y'all as, in fact, several times he has appeared to y'all as a projection. This is not a projection, or if it is, it's a really good one, because he totally gets electrified by your breath, and he falls to the ground and makes a sound from his throat. It's like a because it's not human in the slightest.
No.
Can I use my opportunist?
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna try and cut his head off.
That's Aki's job.
I don't care anymore. Like, I've had enough. Like, just enough of your BS, dude. I'm done.
This is straight up, Captain Marvel.
Face me.
Carol Danvers punching her mentor right in the middle
Easily
of the
the best
speech.
scene in the movie. Just so satisfying.
Oh! Nat 20.
Describe to me what it looks like when you cut his head off.
I drop the darkness and just stride forward and just reverse hand grip with the blade of my dagger, just enough, and just slam it up under his chin, through his neck, just cutting basically attempting to cut his head off at the base of his skull, and just follow through all the way, and just I'm doing it again. I'm rolling again. Okay, that's a 19 plus 12 plus 7, so 26, and I just keep hitting his head with the blades of my daggers. I've had enough. I'm done. Like, just slice through.
Just this horrible smelling ichor just pours out of him, and you just you don't cut off his head. You nearly headless nick him. Like, his head is because you're attacking him with a knife, essentially. But you like sever part of his head off, and he gurgles and screams, and you kill him. I mean, it's not. This isn't an illusion. This isn't, a trick. As far as you can tell, you have killed him because y'all are really powerful, and he walked up to you alone.
Pendant walks up and looks down at the twitching form of the mind flayer. Looks over at Corvus and looks back down. Looks back at Corvus. Don't you feel like that was a little too easy?
Yes, but it felt good.
Oh yeah, it felt good. Yes.
As he's cleaning the horrible ichor off his blade, just kind of like shakes it off and wipes them on his creases, and then just kind of slots them back, just like, I can't wait to do that to the real dude.
Yeah. Penton starts scanning the room for the trick that's coming.
Nothing happens.
Shall we leave?
Let's
we have what we
where
want.
did it come from?
We can talk about that later. Let's get out of here.
You hear a voice, Morezi. Taka says, could you get my arm?
Oh yeah, sorry, man.
Oh, it's quite all right. I really, you absolutely did what you had to do.
Rizzy
Want to give
gives
him a
them the
little
arm.
something before he puts the arm back on?
Yeah, if you
he's a little
could,
messed up.
Mr. Tix, is it? If you could,
Yes.
if I could trouble you, because his, like literally like a quarter inch of his stump just got sliced off by Morezi.
Tix wearily looks around, holding Destiny Seeker, scanning the cave for Squid Boy, and as quickly as his tired, burned body will allow, goes over and casts Lesser Restoration on Taka so that his stump is restored.
Okay.
And casts or does lay on hands to cure. That would be 17 points of healing.
Okay. Well, you did need to do the lesser restoration. Like, it would not have worked. What was to happen next would not work because it was designed to go on him. And with that healing, though, of course, he is very appreciative because he was injured, and he picks up, and as y'all saw before, there's actually like almost like a magnetic, like, thung, as the arm magically attaches to his stump. And he flexes his silver fingers and says, "Thank you.
Now let's get out of here.
Let's definitely get out of here."
I feel like getting out of here is going to be trickier than the way we came in.
Well, it will be hard. We do need to get back to the ship.
Before we go, Penton, buddy,
Yes.
friend of mine, would you double check and make sure that this is the right half of the staff of Seraphim?
That is a really good point. Do you have your? Did you say you did not have your inspiration? Yeah,
I do not have an inspiration.
Yeah, you just gained a point of inspiration because that's a really important point.
That's a good idea. He will lay it down on the ground and very carefully unwrap it and take a look at it and bring Taka over also because he's seen it more than I have. Just to get a straight up ID on it. Make sure granted, it's been doing some crazy stuff and, it was cackle infused. So chances are it's the right piece, but better to be safe.
You are blinded by power, and there is no doubt in your mind that this is either the staff of Seraphim or some unbelievable facsimile there too.
Yeah. So it's either the real thing or close enough to the real thing. Okay, yeah, that's that. I think I might have just blinded my magic eyes for a second there. It's. I'm gonna say it's probably the real thing. Unless you want me to sit down and spend an hour identifying it just to make sure.
Anyone want him to do that?
I don't know if a second mind flare is gonna come out. Probably not, so...
It'll come out once every 10 minutes, slow clapping. It's on a loop.
Respawn.
My actual eyes just got blinded.
Blinded too.
Wow.
That's amazing.
So is that a no? We're kind of on a timeline here. I feel.
Let's just get out of here, please. I've spent enough time down here. We need to go.
Okay, how do y'all want to get back to the ship?
Well, we could climb a whole bunch of broken ships that are embedded in the wall.
Yeah.
And kind of just like jump and splash into the water, I guess.
I mean, there essentially are walkways that go all the way back up to the top. Now there is a good 30 to 40 foot drop between there and the magical bubble between, but
right.
Cool.
Well, some of us can fly.
Yep.
Corvus turns to the kobold and says, "Do you guys want to get out of here? Or are you happy down here? Do you have a way out?"
We would love to get out of here. Was there any? We kind of heard that there was a massive treasure hoard here. So
how did you guys get down here in the first place?
Wasn't easy. We took a ship. We stowed away on a ship, and we had some minor, magical items that let us, exist in the water a little bit longer. And we had gotten the information that the Kraken was no longer in the lair, and so we thought it was easy pickings.
The moment when the DM says the crackhead.
There was this crackhead. It was all wackadoodle, It was just,
hey man, you got any more of that stuff?
In a way, there is kind of a massive treasure hoard here. Have you, just imagine a staff that could either break or fix the entire world.
While they're having the conversation, Tix is going to search Tredaz's body and see if he can figure out whether this is the real Tredazis or a facsimile.
Okay.
And see if there's
I'm glad one of us is on the ball.
Give me a medicine check.
That is a 19.
19? Okay. As far as you can tell, there are things in D&D like clones. It is possible to make a clone, and obviously there are other magical things. Certainly there's, like polymorph type spells. As far as you can tell, this is the real Tridazis. Also, in your search, you do find a few things. Mind flayers aren't really big for, magical items, but you do find a pouch, and it is squirming slightly.
Yeah.
Oh no! Crush it! Crush it! Or eat one.
Yeah. Tix immediately slams the Destiny Seeker down and bisects it neatly.
Okay. And out of it, you've cut several in half. There are an even dozen Mind Flayer tadpoles inside.
Okay, he continues to slice and dice.
And it's important to they don't really scream because they're tadpoles, but there is like a sort of latent psychic energy that makes like a little as you destroy each one after the other, and like there's one final one that's like desperately trying to crawl away from you and crawl towards Athora.
Oh.
Penton glances over at Corvus to make sure he's not preparing to try and grab one and put it in a jar.
Yeah. Tix continues to do the quick chopping motion of a Swedish chef. Just chop, 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 chop.
Oh, beautiful. You successfully destroy all of these because they have no defense. But clearly there was something about the bag that was giving them some sort of sustenance or protection, But you've cut that bag clean in half, and so it is also destroyed. You really don't find anything else of use on Tridazis. He doesn't have, like a scroll or something like that on him.
Corvus shrugs and says to the kobolds, well, it looks like the stories were wrong. That's how it happens sometimes.
I mean, we could look deeper into the cavern.
Corvus also points out that, Mimi did give them some stuff that would set them up for basically the rest of their lives and the lives of their children and their children's children and their children's children.
Platinum is a game changer when you're a kobold.
They also have a diamond that is the same size as their head. I don't know where she got that from either.
That is true.
So there's your treasure. Otherwise, that's the best we got. And I'm going to have a talk with Mimi later.
Now we have to finish saving the world.
Yeah. But we still have to find the princess too. Because unless the king's into using this staff, she's the one to go to.
Yes. Just to refresh y'all, because again, 5 years. When the staff was whole, only one who was of the line of a certain royal line was able to use the staff. So if you are not of that lineage, not only would the staff not work, but it would kill you. None of y'all really know this. Penton, you might know this, that using the staff typically is also lethal because of the raw power, but it also essentially makes the person using it, all powerful for the time that they are.
Right.
However, breaking the staff made it usable by anyone, but not well controlled.
Right, so let's get the heck out of here.
Yep, let's go. I have had enough of this dank and dingy place.
Okay. Rather than have y'all do roll after roll after roll, I want you to describe to me how you're planning on getting out of here, and then we can do a couple of quick rolls to see how that goes.
I guess the main part of it will be, climbing up the circular boatway up the cave tube that we came down.
We've also got the massive ocean between us and the ship, so...
Yeah, there's that. Well, everybody had a way to deal with water coming down, right? In one way or another.
Yeah. Now we just have to get back up. So, we start heading up, and how many of the potions do we have left? We had 2 of the potions left.
Mm-hmm. You do have the cloak that allows one person to become undead. Yeah, they don't need to breathe. And you do have the bottle.
And as we're walking along, Tix sidles over to the kobolds and says, "How are you planning to get back up? What trinkets? You said you had some trinkets. What do you have that will help you get back to the surface?"
Well, we didn't account for the distance, but we've got these little guys, and they're little shell necklaces, and he said they just let us hold our breath for a long time. Not forever, not breathe underwater. They just let us hold our breath for a long time.
Well, going up is faster than going down.
Yeah. Well, but not too fast.
And we still have the bottle of air.
Yeah, so we could take turns with that. I mean, if they can hold their breath for a quite a while, they can,
so
reset.
Between you and Taka and the kobolds, you all can use the bottle of air. And I can use the Cloak of Undeath. And so, Corvus, you'll have to use one of the water-breathing bottles. And Merezi
has her armor.
Oh, that's right. I forget my armor does that.
And Athora gets the last bottle then.
Man, I'm like really unstoppable. This is pretty great.
We also
What can I do?
We also need to remember our companions.
Oh, well.
All of your companions are with you.
How did they get down here?
You don't know how they got down here. You have no
We don't know yet.
I asked Aphil. Aphil, how did you guys get down here?
She says, we were swallowed by the backpack, and then it spat us out.
Looks like they took a ride in Mimi.
And you see Mimi's eyes just kind of perk up a little bit and look at all of you solemnly.
So I guess that'll be the way back up too, then?
Aphil says, well, Aphil can actually speak common, and says, yeah, we can do that, I think, if Mimi will cooperate, which I think they will.
Before anyone can say anything, Mimi swallows the kobolds and Aki.
Quite not what we meant, but
that's how they got down here. It would seem, at least.
Okay. So just to really kind of simplify everything, what I would like everyone to do is to make an athletics check. If you do have the skill swimming, I will let you use that, but this is just to generally describe your journey back up to the surface.
Okay. In lieu of an actual athletics check, because this isn't 5e.
That's right. I always
forget. What would we use?
That is right. Your dungeon master always forgets, especially because he's maybe learning.
Swim or a straight strength check would be the best thing.
Yes, I will allow a strength check. Yes.
Okay. Plus
13.
Although I'm in Dragonborn form, so I don't know how that changes things. My details about my Dragonborn form don't go down to the detail level of, like, strength bonuses or what have you.
Swimming is technically
so
flying.
I will leave that.
Could he use his fly speed to get us out?
I mean, there's that. Swimming and flying are pretty similar. I'll just be like a manta ray.
It's the majestic flap.
The sea flap.
Now I imagine Penton just breaking the water, big slow motion free willy
flopping over the side. Yeah,
the humpback whale breach.
Okay. Anyway, I got a 17.
Oh, yeah, you do fine. What's everybody else do? Merezi, you're the only one who doesn't have to roll because it's
well, good because 13 isn't that great.
It's literally effortless for you.
All right, here goes Tix. Tix Gets a 19.
That belt has really been helping out, and just, you're a little more dexterous, and you make your way through the water and tread your way up. By the way, swimming in armor ain't easy, but you guys are hardened adventurers, and you're helping each other out. So, Athora,
I got an 18.
No problem whatsoever, and it's almost like it also doesn't hurt that the icy cold water does not affect you in the slightest. Corvus.
I rolled a 1.
Woo! Okay.
You are still with... Let's see.
I mean, it's a skill check, so it doesn't matter. So it's technically a 6, but I rolled a 1.
Yes. This isn't a critical failure. You rolled poorly. Yeah. You start making your way back up, and actually, there is a very specific reason. You do very well, obviously, with your ability to change into a bird. You have no trouble making it to the bubble, and you have no trouble. You're strong, and you feel more powerful than you have in your entire life. And as you make your way to the surface, you remember once when you were with Ineskia. And you had a human that was part of this particular, gig. And the human had to have a torch. And both of you were not super happy about it, but he had to have a torch. And the human went around a corner, and you were trying to work on something. And the human came around, and you looked up, and you caught the full face of the torch while you were trying to work on something delicate in the dark. Ow. And your eyes just watered from that. That's what you feel now as you make your way to the surface. As you're breaking towards the surface, the sunlight is monstrous to your eyes.
Wow, we've been down there all night, huh?
No, it's not that. You now have essentially the eyes of a drow.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
And the sunlight is, and it takes you so by surprise that you, and your breath that you had been holding, or that you had been working with goes out, and you start to drown. So, would anyone like to do anything?
Yes.
As Corvus suddenly begins to flail in the water.
As the
Isn't he one of the ones that used a potion?
Well, I will say,
Use the bottle.
You had the bottle, and it just floats out of your hand as you begin to flail wildly in pain.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Can Marezi try to grab the bottle and maybe also Corvus?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you basically are able to swim, so.
Yeah, I doubt I need to do a check for swim because I got magic scales.
Yeah, you do not need to roll to swim. It's literally, when you're wearing this armor, swimming is as easy as walking.
That's a 16.
Okay. So you are just easily striding your way up, and you've been kind of hanging back a little bit, especially for this reason, because you realize how helpful you would be, and then you just see them begin to flail in the water, and the bottle just begins to float away, and they begin to drown. And you come forward and you grab hold, and ironically, even though they're drowning, Corvus tries to pull away from you, to pull away from the surface.
Mm-hmm.
So I need you to make a strength check, Marezi. Just a straight up.
19.
19. Okay. You are easily able to overpower Corvus, who is completely panicking right now. So that's not a contested roll. As you pull them up and break out to the surface, unless someone else wants to retrieve it, the bottle is lost.
Oh no, we're getting that bottle.
Okay, then who's going to get it?
Since Tix is probably weighed down by his armor, so he would be underneath. So he sees the bottle falling towards him and makes the effort to go over and grab it.
Okay. Give me a roll to catch it, which would be dexterity.
That is a 14.
Yeah, it slips through your hand.
Ugh.
It's going down into the dark.
You have an inspiration.
I'll try.
Okay, Athora, you're having despite swimming in full armor, you find that this is relatively easy for you. There's something about the cold that actually invigorates you. So I would like you to make just a straight dexterity roll.
That is a 21.
Yeah. You swing back down and like maybe even like do a little as you freeze the water in front of you, and it slows down the ice and slows down the bottle, and you catch hold of it, and as you catch hold of it, the air is just constantly puffing out of the front, and you're able to save it.
Nice.
Yeah, well done. And Merezi, you pull Corvus, who is just. But one of the things they taught me in life-saving in Boy Scouts is you have to be really careful with someone who's drowning, because they can easily pull you down with them because they are freaking out. That is what's happening right now, Merezi. It's only the fact that you literally can't drown and that you are way more maneuverable. But Corvus is freaking out as you break the surface. And Corvus, it is like there are daggers in your eyes.
Yeah, Corvus is just going to continue to scream. It hurts. It hurts.
Raven Queen. I'm sorry. Loth is a bitch. So
yeah, clearly.
That's how she do. So you all break the surface, and you see where it used to be.
Oh no!
What?
Where the piss whistle used to be. I mean, it's still there in pieces.
Uh-oh.
Like some enormous hand just smashed it.
Uh-oh.
Hand.
And you can see a few people, scrambling about the wreckage. Something huge is flying off in the distance, and there's a moment, Penton, when a sliver of ice cold fear goes through your soul. And that's where we'll end Chafing Armor, episode 169. Great job, everybody.
Wow. Penton, you have family issues.
I mean, we don't know who it was.
Oh, we know who it was.
It could have been any flying creature.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great, my mom's the big bad.
All along. It is a dragon god, so
Oof.
Ooh, do you think dragon gods have can mind control dragons? Because I think that might have just happened.
It certainly could. That could be it.
Theory corner back with
never tell.
I mean,
At least not until next episode.
At least not until next episode. First show, we're going to have to, not drown in the middle of the ocean. So, but really good job. If someone has been played this on like an old phonograph, and they're like, that was really neat, but I would actually like to play this on the computer or on the interwebs. Where would be somewhere they would go to do that?
Spotify.
Spotify.
Or, Apple Podcasts.
the YouTube
And the YouTubes. And it makes my heart glad. I'm going to quote here. We've been getting just delightful feedback from people, and I'm going to actually pull up this message because I can edit out the delay as I keep hitting the wrong button in my attempts to find it. Here we are. Hello, I'm on episode 59 of Chafing Armor, and I'm so glad you make music references occasionally, because this is where Osokai is stuck in the plank at the piss whistle, and Tix is running down with the 3 feet of rope. And you made the Chariots of Fire reference, and I'm dying of laughter. I truly enjoy this podcast. So we love, and as much as I adore, that was a direct message from a wonderful listener. But if y'all don't mind, go ahead and leave reviews like that on your podcast catcher of choice, whether that's Spotify or iTunes. It helps other people know that this show is just a big, dumb bunch of fun. So we appreciate that.
And we love our listeners.
We do.
Thank you so much.
And you all have a wonderful evening.
To you as well.
You too.
Thank you.
And
Good night.
we will roll with you soon.